新年快樂啊！咁多位同學仔 ，wish you all happy new year. So, because I was not feeling so well in last week, so that's why I cannot make the video and give you some hints for the Lunar New Year assignment. 咁啊，上個禮拜都有少少唔舒服啊，咁所以咧都未能夠咧盡早出到呢段片俾大家去俾少少提示啦。咁有陣時咧啲同學仔可能係未係咁解得到題目嘅。咁今日就解一解。So I'm going to talk about how can we analyze and know how to answer the questions in the assignment. Okay, get some skills from this video. So for the assignment, because most of the questions are MC question, 大部分都係 MC 嚟嘅啫。So that's why you can finish it in a very short time. And also for the long question, I will explain some tips for you. So remember that the submission date, okay, is the 14th February, okay, in the lesson. And also you can submit your homework earlier. 咁啊可以早一日交都得。咁13號翻嚟其實都可以交噶啦。見到我就交啦啊，唔好要我嚟收啦。Okay, so in this new year, okay, I hope you all can have improve in every aspect and do your best in every aspect. Remember what Master Yoda said to us: try not, do or not do. There is no try. 就係任何嘢都要做咯，就做你嘅最好，唔係嘗試咁簡單。嘗試係重要嘅，啱嘅，因為唔嘗試嘅話，連失敗嘅機會都冇。咁但係我哋保持住嗰個心態咧，就係做，就係認真去做。有陣時試咧係抱住玩下咧，咁當然啦，話都輕鬆一啲嘅。咁但係有陣時可能都未必會為你帶嚟成功嘅咁但係 do 咯，do 嘅話咧，你會知道你就實在去做，唔好俾藉口自己失敗咗，我試下啫嘛。Okay, so don't give yourself any excuse, even you fail something. No excuse. Do your best next time. So in the new year, I hope you all can have a positive attitude, to face any challenge in this year. So let's start for chapter 2. Okay, we have 3 questions, question 6, 7, and 8. So in the first question, it talks about the 3 structural difference between the bacterial cell and the parasite mesophyll cell. So probably in these 2 pictures, because in the question, there are no any diagram or pictures given to you. So based on the name, you need to know that what we are going to talk about are the bacterial cell and the plant cell actually. So you can check the worksheet, okay, because we talk about the specialized cells before, 一啲特殊化嘅植物細胞。Okay, so for example, this parasite mesophyll cells is a cell, okay, in the upper surface of the leaf. 咁喺近塊葉嘅上表面嘅 okay, is near to the upper epidermis of the leaf structure. So the concept is that it can receive the sunlight, okay, easily. 咁啊好容易照到太陽光啦 okay, and then carry out the photosynthesis. So you should know that if the parasite mesophyll cells, they are responsible for doing photosynthesis and produce food. So any special structures in these cells, that's the key point for this question. And also for this question, okay, you should think about it asks the structural difference, but not talking about the functional difference. So you don't need to tell me the function of this cell is for what, okay, and for the for example, for the parasite mesophyll cells, I know, Mr. Leung, the parasite mesophyll cells, they can absorb the sunlight and carry out photosynthesis to produce food. Yes, you can point out the function, but it's not the focus of this question. So remember that what you have learned in chapter 2 is that can you point out any differences between bacterial cell and plant cell, or you can analyze these 2 types of cells in another aspect. So for example, prokaryotic cell versus eukaryotic cells. You should know that bacteria cell, they are prokaryotic cells, and plant cells, they are one kind of eukaryotic cell, because in eukaryotic cells, in this large umbrella, we have animal cell and plant cell at least. Okay, in chapter 2 at least you have learned these two types of cell, animal cell and plant cell. So in this question, remember that you need to point out 3 structural differences between prokaryotic cells and a very specialized plant cell or eukaryotic cells. So that's the key point for question 6. And for the question 7, okay, probably question 7 we have done it before in the short quiz. Okay, for chapter 2, it asks about the cell structure. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is that when you are going to do this type of questions, what you need to know is that by looking at this figure, I must be able to point out that it shows a cell, but what is this cell? Bacteria cell, animal cell, or is it a plant cell? So probably you should have a very, very general idea that it should not be a animal cell. 佢一定唔係動物細胞啦 okay? Because you can see a cell wall here, okay? And remember that, okay? Actually in this figure, it doesn't tell you anything about the plant cell, but you need to recognize some simple feature. For example, this large central vacuole, okay, and also this cell wall, okay? So point out some specialized organelles here, the central vacuole, large vacuole, and also the nucleus, okay? And for these 2 organelles, which one is the mitochondrion, okay? Which one is the corpus? So remember this, okay? Double membrane structure. Now remember that in the eukaryotic cell, okay, the organelles, they are membrane bounded, they are double membrane. 佢哋嘅細胞器咧都係兩個膜噶啦。But you can see in these organelles, this red circle 呢個紅色呢個咧 it contains the inner and the outer one, okay? And you can see in the inner membrane is highly folded, okay? So you can check from the book, right? Any organelles, okay? It seems to be. 咁究竟佢似咩咧 okay? And also, that's why what kind of organelles you find in the diagram. It helps you to answer the question as well. Okay, identify structure X and Y, okay, state the function. So remember that, for example, for part A, 1 and 2, sometimes you may see the question combine these 2 parts together to make it to a 4 marks, okay? So because it can ask you to identify and state the function of structures X and Y to make it 1 sentence. 咁咪變咗一句題目啦，係咪啊？ But you know that what you need to answer is identify and state the function. Okay, so in this case, part A was divided into 2 parts for easier answering. 其實都係 for 你容易啲答啫。Okay, and for the structure B, no, question B, structure X can only be found in some cells. Okay, structure X here, okay, it should be this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, so name structure Z and state one kind of cell which it can be found. So a hint for you. In these 2 organelles, okay, some students they are able to point out that either of them, okay, either one of them is the corpus. Okay, so which one is the corpus and which one is the mitochondria? In this case, it is the mitochondria. And in this organelles, not in this organelle, this organelles is the corpus. 其實佢就係葉綠體啦，佢就係呢個線粒體啦。Okay, so that's the experience, okay, for us to gather the information, gather the important information from the diagram. And the last question is the cell a prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell? Give 2 reasons. So in this question, okay, what you know is that actually in part C, it just asks you the feature of eukaryotic cell or prokaryotic cells. Okay, let's see whether you can point out, okay, which kind of cell is it. And as I told you before, it should be a plant cell. 佢應該係一個植物細胞嚟嘅。So you know how to identify, okay, these cells. Is it prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell? That means true nucleus. Okay, the cell with true nucleus, and prokaryotic cell without true nucleus. So for the question 8, okay, is all about the differences, okay, but not for the cell, but for the microscope, light microscope and the electron microscope. So in this question, okay, when you are going to talk about the differences, you need to know what are you going to compare. Okay, for example, for part A, okay, what you are going to compare is the images produced by the microscope. Okay, is it black and white or with color 黑白嘅影像啦，定係有顏色嘅影像㗎 ？Is it 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional？ 係平面啦，定係立體㗎？咁呢個你要知道嘅。Okay, because what you are going to talk about is the images. Okay, but not the price. Okay, not the price and also not the size. Okay, 唔係嗰個顯微鏡有幾大部細部，或者佢貴唔貴喎 ？Okay, because the question is talking about the images. Okay, and for part A, part 2, is that what are the advantages and the disadvantages of an electron microscope compared to a light microscope? Okay, so the main cast, okay, what I say the main cast 個主角啊 okay, the main focus is the electron microscope. Okay, you should use it, okay, as the main focus. A is blah 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 then B. Okay, so you should place it, okay, in the front. So the advantages and disadvantages. For example, okay, the electron microscope. Okay, what kind of images it can produce, and is it any advantages, okay, of it? Or okay, what is the scale of magnification, okay, produced by the electron microscope? Okay, what you need to do is to compare. Okay, don't just tell me, oh, the electron microscope is expensive. Full stop. How expensive is more expensive than the light microscope? 係貴過佢啊嘛，即係你要比較。Okay, you know the meaning is that what you need to do is to compare. And for part B, there are 2 types of electron microscopes. Okay, the name, and state one difference between the images produced by the 2 microscopes. Okay, in this case, what you are going to compare is the images, not the size, not the price. Okay, so so that's why all students, they can find the answers in the book very, very easily. Honestly, okay, they must be able to do so. But the point is that they do not read the question carefully and just write down some so-called answer for me, okay, to show, oh, I can copy something, but somehow, okay, they are not answering the question. So that's the part for chapter 2. Okay, so check the video for chapter 3, 4, and 5.